LA, Nick, no, you know what? I'm trying to clean up my language a little bit in these videos, but Los Angeles gang members. There is nothing.
Whoa, what did
language a little bit in these videos, but
No, this is crazy.
Angeles gang members.
I hope this pic is fake. No, seriously.
There is nothing the FBI loves more than a gang with some structure. Why? Because if I'm the FBI, all I gotta do is find one guy at the top and he'll link me to everybody else. You see, the thing about the little YNs in Chicago backdooring each other and being every man for themselves is that it's much harder to prove a racketeering conspiracy against them. The law won't even try to bring any Chicago gang members into court to try to prove that any of them are doing anything in furtherance of anything other than themselves. You can't even leave a gun around the guys when you're in Chicago. A dude will smoke a wood with you, eat some wings and fries with you, then steal from you as soon as you go to sleep and send you outside unarmed. Then act like he missed you on social media when somebody catch you. The difference in LA is that there's a such thing as a big homie, a violation, and a DP, or discipline. It's such a rigid structure that in some parts of LA, a grown man can tell another grown man what he's doing in embarrassment of the gang, and this guy that's being DP will actually take action to clean up his act. And all this is good and well for the community until y'all start shooting at each other.
Now, to a nigga that grew up in Chicago, to me that sounds insane, because Chicago don't got no damn structure. It's just niggas outside. On the west side they do a little bit, but probably not no more. But niggas is just outside smoking and that's it, folks. Motherfucker just shooting and blinking and popping and robbing. That's it. Just whatever you feel like doing today. You don't even got to get jumped in no gang in Chicago. You just walk outside. Hey, I'm GD, I'm BD, I'm whatever. That's what niggas do. Hey, I hang out on this block, so now I'm with y'all. Hey.
All this structure and discipline becomes pointless when it works against you in the courtroom. Any other organization with these type of rules is just the way it should be. There's no problem. But we put structure in the wrong thing. Why doesn't Chicago, a place some people consider the birthplace of gangs and one of the birthplaces of organized crime in the United States, why is there no gang structure in Chicago? Because when there was, the feds did a sweep and easily dismantled the entire thing until there was no structure left to build on. I remember riding through Washington Park when the Calumet buildings and the other projects were still up that housed this structure, and it was Bentleys and Maybachs riding through the hood. The big guys was making money and the foot soldiers was being taken advantage of. And this was so the big guys could continue making money. And when the feds came, some of these leaders cooperated and told everything. Ain't nobody finna go from riding in Rolls Royces to serving life just to say they was a real nigga. Some guys will, and these guys didn't get out until they had gray hair. And the feds know this. So all they gotta do is offer somebody a deal. You see, when Big U and all those people got snatched, why did 12 of them get out within a couple weeks? We don't know yet, but I can take a guess. The real question is,
I want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing a video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on Freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to Freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did? FBI, open up!
Is why did all those people get their face put on their board under Big U? Gang structure. When Loose Cannon decided to expose the guy he was putting in work for, he made one of the smartest moves you can as an enforcer. You can't tell me that the guy at the top has anywhere near the same loyalty that the guys at the bottom have for him. Loose could have made just as much money on YouTube as Big U did in the streets. So he didn't have to be an enforcer at all. And Big U doesn't have to cooperate on anybody in this case to get them boys barbecued. Cause you know, like I know, that them people don't come unless they got you. Why is Loose Cannon talking to Adam 22 on a jail call from the feds, facing federal time for things you already admitted on this man's show after he said he gave them the tape? This who you talking to? Alright, Brick Baby, you 37 years old. You letting another grown man tell you what you gonna give him from what you stole. Allegedly. It's a lose-lose on both sides, because if you have structure like in LA, you take yourself down in a federal courtroom because all structure is a paper trail. And if there's no structure like in Chicago, your own homie gets you out the way before your ops can. Speaking of paper trail, didn't banging on wax start in California? Now I know that groups like NWA was not all real gangsters. We know Eazy-E was, but didn't Ice Cube go to art school or something? And of course the West Coast kind of did start the trend back in the day of publicly gangbanging on music and home videos, but this was the beginning of the end for self-snitching. I get that California is huge, and because of this, the law can't keep up with every gang and every set. So a lot of these guys will get away with it. For 50 plus years too. I mean, you will not find any older gang members in America than you will find in any part of California.
In LA, I ain't gonna lie though, Atlanta, oh my God. Nigga, it will be a 60-year-old man with gray hair and a bald head, folks. And he will be trapping. He will sell you some loud. I cannot make this up. With a gold chain on, and some skinny jeans, nigga, and some Jordans that just came out on Saturday. I'm trying to tell you, in Atlanta, it's a different place, boy. But California, for sure. The crazy part about Cali, though, is that the nigga be a Crip, and he got movies and shit. And he, like, you be like, what the fuck? It's Crips that got control over the Grammys and little shit like that. It's like, what the...
But that goes back to that structure. Once I turned 25 in Chicago, I either lost most of the guys I was closest to in the gang, or I already got snaked by the rest of the guys. So if I did end up making it that far in life, I'm gone. I'm not staying around y'all, because when you die or go to jail, your guy's gonna be trying to get with your girl, and they're not sending you $1 in prison. That's a street guarantee in most cities. But this is why there's still such a thing as an OG in LA. It don't take a rocket scientist to know that there's no chance any other little guys running around with switches would ever listen to a Big U or any older guy. Honestly, where I'm from, a brick baby is considered an old goofy if he ain't putting money and weapons in the hood, and he still might get took down for everything he got, because there's no respect for real. Lil Durk allegedly putting money on people in Chicago. Listen, I don't know if y'all know, but allegedly they got recorded jail calls of guys snitching on Durk because he ain't sending money fast enough. Nobody Durk's age is running the streets putting in no work in
You should have knew they was gonna do that.
Stop it. Get some help.
Why do you think you gonna pay some niggas some money? They gonna kill somebody for you and then get locked up for murder and not snitch on you to get out? Why do you think they gonna do that? I don't understand.
Chicago. It's the teenagers only. And with teenagers, there's no conscience and no loyalty. Once that Cash App didn't come through, Durk was just another old goofy. And now he's gonna have to probably pay the price for thinking otherwise. And just that little illusion of structure alone was enough to build a Fed case on him. So when you got guys still having gang meetings and extortion calls, sure, the police and the feds will let this go. But once you take it to its full potential, like Big U did, playing with millions of dollars, now the feds just can't let you slide. Because they know what it could turn into. But of course, most guys stay too involved in petty squabbles to become a real enterprise. Remember, the FBI created the RICO Act just so they could stop the mafia. And this probably wouldn't have happened if the mob wasn't getting money. But you know, John Gotti had all the money and the houses and luxury cars, all untaxed. And you know Uncle Sam is always gonna get his cut. And these people are not willing to share that money under any circumstances. You in his country, so you gotta pay. When the projects were still up in Chicago, the police would come by and interrupt the money operation until they got their cut. Once they did, they drive off and leave you to it. But once the feds stepped in, the little crooked cops had no more power. Cause again, a lot of money was floating around untaxed. And Uncle Sam holds a grudge when it comes to that money. And unfortunately, most guys in the streets will live their whole life part of a program, as they say in LA, that could be $1 billion operation if they had the right mindset. But most of them will still end up dead or in jail without ever touching $1 million. And there's a few that got some real money and managed to serve less than 20 years in federal prison, which is the best you can hope for. But when that's the best you can hope for,
it's like,
is any of this even worth it? And to all my California dudes, all over California, stop going on no jumper. All right, it's not 2016. There once was a time where Adam and all his little weirdos could have gave you some clout, and his podcast actually used to mean something in the rap community. But now it's just what the feds watch on their lunch breaks. I don't care how many views you get in, man. You could get this out the mud yourself. You don't need no other podcast. You don't need no other platform. You can become your own platform. And shout out to all my new viewers, man. Y'all are the
That's the crazy part. Please stop going on fucking no jumper, man. Please, shout out to Trap University, because he always hit us with that. Hey!